Hello world, and hello friends, welcome back to the third episode of Apotheosis. I have been gearing up quite a bit to be ready to go to the end and fight the Ender Dragon. I've over-prepared, and that's okay, because that is kind of what this mod is about. Now, before I do anything else, I will show you this house here, and in this house is just a whole bunch of villagers. I have all of the traders over here. I have a conversion, which I still haven't done anything with, and a breeder. And then I actually have some auto traders. So I did use some netherite to get an auto trader that I get a bunch of glass from, and then 2 auto traders to get rid of my rotten flesh from. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier, but this is the best way to get rid of rotten flesh, even though I still do have a lot. And by a lot, I do mean the number has decreased quite a bit. As you can see, I have actually added some decoration to these. I know it's not really color coordinated, but I wanted to do something different. Now you may be wondering, what am I hiding? Why am I not showing you my hotbar? And also, you may be wondering, why am I going so fast? Well, I've been having fun with upgrading my gear. As you can see, I have a new block here, that's not the right one, the augmenting table, which I have not really used, but essentially what it lets me do is move all of the attributes and actually change them if I wanted to. And as you can see in my inventory, I have Eyes of Ender ready and a rocket bag ready with a whole lot of rockets. Now, why do I need so many rockets? It's not like I'm going to be exploring in the end that much after I get an elytra. Well, I don't need an elytra. I got super lucky when I made my chest plate an affix item, because as you see near the bottom, it enables elytra flight. And you can also see I have added some gems. I've made a few maxed out ones, a few not fully maxed out ones, and that has overall made my stats be really, really high and probably excessively good. I mean, not probably, definitely excessively good for what I need. So, without further ado, I think it's time to figure out where the end portal is. Because that's pretty much all I need to complete Apotheosis. That way. Nice. Well, it is time to dig down. Well, that worked out pretty well. I think I need a potion of night vision though. So let's go get that. And night vision acquired for when I need it. We'll gladly take some more bookshelves. Hey, eye armor trim. Nice. I guess let's pop this on. Let's go. That sounded like a silverfish spawning. That is a silverfish. Oh. Because here's the portal. Well, that was pretty easy. Let's go ahead and pop these on in here. Let's go. Oh. That's night vision going on and off. I'll look away from that. Okay, now the night vision is over. Just in case I end up not having wings at some point, I can give myself a walkway. But this should be pretty simple with wings. Oh no. I forgot the glass bottles. I'm gonna need to kill her again. You know what? Let's find something out real quick. Well, that didn't do much. I'm just running into her and she's taking damage. I think that's my thorns or something. There we go. So let's go ahead. Let's move the egg. Haha. There we go. So, before I do anything else, let's go ahead and reach the pinnacle, which now means mythic is a lot more common, and so is perfect. I have a lot more experience gained and luck, but also monsters are a lot stronger. That being said, I'm pretty sure I can still... Yep, still pretty strong. So I'm actually going to go ahead before I get too ahead of myself. I'm actually going to go back home, get some bottles, and refight the dragon. Oh. I guess it resets my health to default. Interesting. I'm still good on food. Alright, round 2. There we go. There's some of them. Now, I do think 15 is plenty, but I do want to go for a stack, just because. So, I'll bring you guys back in once she's gone. Eventually. Also, I'll be able to figure out, as I'm editing this, if the armor levels are different, which they should be. But, just to show that they're kind of cool. How much HP does she have? 1. Alright, let's go ahead and get some shulkers. Oh, and that does answer my question. No second dragon egg. I now need a whole bunch of these. Oh, these guys actually do kind of hurt. Also didn't help that this guy was an Apothic boss, which makes him even stronger. This is at the max sharpness, right? Sharpness 7? Ooh, no, sharpness 9. Okay, so these need to be stronger. Oh, so every once in a while, this doesn't deal any damage. Interesting. Yeah, and he hurts. And I have 44 armor. Just a bit less than he does. Ooh, that Vice Chancellor is also what I kind of want. I turned on my auto-clicker for this. Whew, so that gave me... Oh, a shield. Nice. Oh, he spawned as a shulker? I didn't think about these guys spawning as shulkers, to be honest. How's he doing? He still has a ways to go. There we go. What did I get? Perfect gem. Only one shulker shell, that's unfortunate. Another flawless, ooh. And then, ooh, that's nice. Alright, time to go after a phantom. There we go. Oh, and look at that. Netherite axe. Yeah, I get a lot of netherite from here, but let's go ahead and get some shulkers. And I think, I'm going to pause my recording and just bring you guys back once I'm back in the overworld. Alright, my friends, I have made it safely back to my enchantment setup, and oh boy, am I excited. I have actually gone ahead and taken a lot of the loot that I had and actually salvaged it. That then means wrong table. That means that I now have 21 God Forged pearls, which means I can take any of my gear and equipment and actually make it be as high of an augmenting as possible. Now, I'll do that part specifically a little bit later. Right now, it's time to upgrade the enchanting table. To make this easier on myself, I'm actually going to go ahead and make some patterns. So, the shelves that I need to worry about currently are the end shelf, which that will need a few things. The infused dragon breath I will have to make manually, but the end stone bricks I can put in a stone cutter, so I can then get that fully craftable. For the next one, the pearlescent end shelf, well, nothing of that is really put together, so I should make sure I can make some end rods. And then also in those end rods, the popped chorus fruit. So I have a little bit of everything there. And then for the final one, ooh, I only have one dragon's head, but I think that should actually be enough. So I have found that in my auto crafting manager, inside a furnace, I can put the popped chorus fruit. Let me actually make a second one. There we go. Inside, what's the next one? Oh, inside a stone cutter, which I can actually search for. Inside the stone cutter, I can put the planks. Inside vanilla, I can put the end rods, which, yeah, this has no organization currently. And then in this very top one, inside Apotheosis, I will add the craftings for those. So, let's go ahead and do this one at a time. If I get my dragon's breath, I will go ahead and actually add... Oh. I forget, I actually need to lower the quanta. I need to figure that out. And there we go. I had to remove a few shelves here and there, add a bunch of these clusters, but now I can get some infused dragon's breath. And I'm going to get a few of these just in case anything happens. Actually, yeah, let's keep it at 15. So, that being said, let's go ahead and create the first of the shelves, just the generic end shelf, which actually I need to put that in the inventory. End shelf. Let's go ahead. These create up to a max of 90 for everything. And honestly, I think, just need it to get up to the draconic. So actually, let's make these one at a time. Let's see if I get any achievements. One end shelf. Yep, that's what I was thinking. And then a pearlescent. Yeah, pearlescent end shelf. Go ahead. Oh, I need to pop the chorus fruit. And there we go, one pearlescent end shelf. And then finally, a draconic end shelf. Oh, we didn't need the pearlescent end shelf. Oh. And there we go, I have a draconic and a pearlescent, and let's actually go ahead and just make an end shelf just so I have it. I do eventually want to have one of every shelf, just for the heck of it. So, this I think means I can fully max this out. So, let's clean this up a little bit and go ahead and do that. Well, this ain't optimized, but this'll do. A fully maxed out enchanting table. And yeah, I could probably add a few more to there so I wouldn't have to do this, but there's not too many books I want to filter out. And also, I did just want to showcase every final version of every tier of bookshelves. I do plan to make an actual house for this before I finish this series, and it will resolve the ugliness of this. Regardless, let's go ahead and enchant something. But what should I enchant? How about a trident? I haven't done anything with the tridents. So, this is one that I have picked up. And let's take a look at all of these. Ooh. Do I want a loyalty one or do I want a riptide one? Which one do I think I would want? I think I would want a loyalty. So do I have any riptide? I do have a riptide. Let's go ahead and actually put that riptide book inside there. Which does actually mean I think I can get rid of that, and it still works. And then I think I can also get rid of that one, and it's still maxed out. So let's go ahead, just because. Hoo-hoo. Okay, and this is what I was afraid of. There's 9 enchanting clues that I have, which is probably way too many. And only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And are these maxed out? Let's see. Impaling 10 is the highest. Okay, so not the highest of rolls. However, I figured it would be good to get the achievement for that. And I do believe, though, I have already gotten the achievement for the throwaway joke. But, there we go. A fully maxed out enchanting table. Now I gotta figure out what more I want to do in this episode. Alright, I have been figuring out how I want to end out this episode. And I've been a little bit busy in the meantime. The main thing I have done is actually moved the enchanting setup and actually kind of maxed it out. But as you can see, I have 2 tables here, and I hope it makes a lot of sense as to why. Now over here is just a classic fully maxed out enchanting table. I do have well, I don't need those in there anymore. The Smite and Bane of Arthropods. I was upgrading my sword, but down here I'm also getting rid of the curses that I don't really want. So because of that, I have actually gotten a new sword, and also the fact that I have gone to the end a few times to actually grind out some of the Apothec enchantments from the Apothec bosses. So that includes Endermen, Evokers, Shulkers, and every once in a while an Endermite. Though I haven't actually been able to kill one of those because they run away too much. But now this sword's broken. I'll show you why in a moment. But over on this side is actually a very special type of enchanting table that lets me upgrade charms. So I've used some of these charms before that get, well, not that one. That's a new one. Ancient Knowledge, which actually multiplies the amount of experience I get. Because of that, I actually had to get a new mod to clump the experience orbs, because it was starting to take a few minutes at a time to get all of the orbs into my body. Because yeah, that's just a problem basic Minecraft has. But anyway, I do have a backpack ready with some other charms, some water breathing, some fire resistance, and then places to store all of the other types. So if I don't want any, I just send it back into the pack. Other than that, they will stay inside of my inventory. I know curio slots will have charm slots. I'm not worried about it. I'm at the end game here. I could pretty much finish everything up right now, but I have a little bit of unfinished business. So that actually does mean I need to go back in here and get my charm of fire resistance out. Because I need to get rid of the wither that's in the nether. And why do I feel like now is the best time to do that instead of in some sort of epilogue video, which I do think I'll make just to achievement hunt. But I think it is a great timing Not because some of my armor has been upgraded some, but because of how much I have maxed out this sword. Ooh, this one's scary. I deal 25% max health. No, sorry, not 25% max health. No, yeah, 25% current HP damage. Okay, current HP damage. And I also execute enemies under 25% max health. So that means whenever there's one of these guys. Ooh, that was a loot pinata. So that's also something on here, a loot pinata, which didn't give me anything new. That's okay. But, oh wow, night vision in here is, right? I have night vision, right? Yep, night vision in here is weird. Alright, so now with fire resistance, firework rockets, and being able to fly on my chest plate, let's go ahead. Let's actually also get hitboxes up so I can try to find where this wither is. You know, maybe I should go from underground. Oh, maybe that's what was throwing me off. Oh, hi, wither. Yeah, because where am I at now? Oh, okay, he's been down here. Yeah, I've been looking over there. Oh, hi. He sees me. Anyway. Backpack magnet is on. Cool. Hi, buddy. And look at that. Nice and easy. Absolutely not a problem. Another nether star acquired. Yeah, I'm strong. I also didn't expect the wither to come back down here. Carlton, the son of Herobrine. Oh, I want to find you. Alright, Carlton, the son of Herobrine. Let's see what you got for me. Got a pickaxe? You don't deal that much damage to me, do you? And look at that. What did he get for me? Ooh. Not bad for a pickaxe. Definitely could be better, but the only problem is that I can only get the I can only get the affix items from naturally spawned creatures. I can't use spawners for them. So in other words, I would need to create an actual like mob farm, or actually just come over here to these guys. Did I just one shot? Yeah, just one shot. Or come to these guys, and then there we go. Oh, I got very lucky. So yeah, that's partially why I ran around the end a little bit, was to get some of the stuff. Yeah, I might go run around here a little bit, get a few more things upgraded, but I think that's actually going to do it for this episode. Let me get in the overworld, though. Alright, like I was saying, that's going to do it for this episode. I think it's actually going to be a little bit shorter of an episode than the previous two, which is great, because these have been long episodes. However, there is a few more things I want to do, and namely, just go through all of the achievements for Apotheosis and get them all. That being said, there is not too many. I really only need this achievement, a few achievements here, and I already have all of the world tiers. So, it's not going to be too much longer. However, I am going to try to max out some of my gear just for the heck of it, just to say I've done it. So, stay tuned for that. I will see you next episode, and until then, be good to yourself, be good to each other, and be good to the world. This has been Radio, and I can fly now. Signing off.